Sir, you were saying that non-cooperation is likely going to be a basis for the ICC to a real investigation or a formal and the next stage in the investigation. But sir, how about sir yung case of Afghanistan where initially they withdrew or did not approve of a investigation because nga yung government didn't want to cooperate, but then they reversed that decision, and that's why now there is an ongoing Afghanistan investigation. So given that, you know, hindi naman, I mean, palagi namang hurdle yun yung non-cooperation, and yet prosecutors are able to move forward in certain cases. So why will the government simply not just participate so that you can once and for all prove that wala namang human rights abuses in the drug war?
Because it is a violation of our sovereignty and our jurisdiction. Yung consent natin to be a member did not mean that we waive our sovereignty and jurisdiction. Napaka-importante niyang soberenya. Ha? Yung jurisdiction kasi, isang aspeto yan ng soberenya. At yan nga yung jurisdiction na maglitis ng mga kaso at gumawa ng batas. So hindi po natin yan binaliwala nung tayo naging miyembro ng ICC dahil ang sabi lang natin, papayag lang tayo sa jurisdiction ng ICC kung hindi gumagana ang lokal na hukuman. Tama ka na doon sa kaso sa Afghanistan, nabaliktad yung pre-trial chamber, no? At ang sabi ng hukuman, hayaan mong prosecution mag-determine kung gusto pa rin niya mag-imbestiga. Pero, hindi pa rin po yan na isasampa sa hukuman. At napakadami pong mga kaso na kabinbin sa level ng pre-trial investigation dahil alam naman ng prosecutor na kapag siya nagsampa ng kaso, kinakailangan niya proof beyond reasonable doubt at 3 huwes ang magdedetermine kung napruebahan nga yan ng prosecution. Napakahirap na burden po yun.
And then, Sec, you were also citing as one reason yung we have naman a robust justice system and it's enough to prosecute these alleged abuses. But sir, the pretrial chamber, one of its determinations was that this justice system does not exist. I mean, this robust mechanism that you say. Can I just quote from a line from the decision? They said that, fifth, the supporting material indicates that the Philippine authorities have failed to take meaningful steps to investigate or prosecute the killings. It appears that only few cases have proceeded to trial, and that only the case of the murder of Kim de los Santos has proceeded to judgment, and that the PCO even identified the deaths of drug personalities as achievements in the year-end report of the administration. So, sir, can you just, they already found themselves na walang parang kumbaga, the justice system is not working here. So what happens now? Will the government now hasten these cases, maybe make a special initiative so that these cases finally reach trial and lead to more convictions faster?
Una-una, that's erroneous. And pangalawa, that's actually a prejudgment. Kasi at the level of preliminary investigation, kinakailangan masatisfy din yung requirement ng complementarity, no? So even before they conduct the preliminary investigation, meron ng conclusion na hindi daw gumagana ang lokal na hukuman. Alam mo, yung delay, problema yan, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, kundi sa ICC na rin. Alam mo ba yung preliminary examination laban sa Inglaterra para din sa mga war crimes at di umano'y ginawa sa Afghanistan, no? 10 taon yung preliminary examination. So kapag ang mga akusado ay mga from developed countries na mga puti, 10 taon sila nagdedesisyon at ang desisyon doon para wag na ituloy ang preliminary investigation. Pero kapag hindi mga taga-developed countries gaya ng Pilipinas, napakabilis ng resolusyon at ganyan din ang ginagawa ng ICC sa mga akusado na galing sa bansa ng Africa, siyang dahilan kung bakit kamuntik na halos lahat ng miyembro ng Africa ay umalis sa International Criminal Court.
So that's your response to the ICC pretrial chamber? Now that's just the way it is? These cases will really take...
That's the way it is. There is general dissatisfaction even from the ranks of ICC state parties.
How about, sir, yung public statements of the president saying he will grant pardon to any policeman accused of wrongdoing as long as they are doing it during anti-drug operations? Kasi the pretrial chamber also identified those statements as one way to determine reasonable basis na may parang lack of justice system reparations and...
No. What they have to prove are the elements of crimes against humanity. That there is systematic and widespread attack against civilian populations because they are civilian populations. At yung mga ganyang salita, that does not prove the elements of the crime.
But what will the palace now do? Kasi yun nga, yung issue of transparency, if you're really willing to make sure that walang human rights abuses in the drug war, people are calling for DOJ and PNP to share the police records of the 52 cases of abuses by the police found by the DOJ. So will the DOJ or PNP now share these police records with CHR, CSOs, and maybe even the public?
Parang huli ka naman sa balita. General Elazar is here. They agreed to share all their case files involving deaths during police encounters. Di ba? Is this true, Chief Elazar? Hindi lang 52. Thousands of files they have in fact shared with the Department of Justice. Sige, can you elucidate this point, Chief Elazar?
Hindi, alam naman namin yung sharing with the DOJ. It's the sharing with the CHR and the public that we're asking about now. Will you do that?
Walang importante kasi DOJ. Kasi DOJ sa ating sistemang legal ang magsasampa ng kaso. Walang kapangyarihan magsampa ng kaso ang CHR.
Yeah, but the giving it to CHR would at least give the impression that you are willing to be more transparent about these cases.
We don't care about impression. We care about the fact that the pillars of criminal justice system are working.
You don't care about transparency?
Why would I care about transparency when we're ensuring that guilty individuals are investigated, prosecuted, and punished for their acts? Yun ang importante kasi ang obligasyon ng Estado when there is a violation of a right is to provide an adequate domestic legal remedy to the victims. At yun nga po yung obligasyon na litisin at parusahan ang mga nagkakasala.
All right. Last question, spokes. The pre-trial chamber also recognized that states have a responsibility and the right to carry out anti-drug operations, but they said that the drug war carried out by the Duterte administration can in no way be considered a legitimate anti-drug law enforcement based on the documents submitted by the prosecutor. Reaction to this, and what will you now do about the drug war campaign given this determination?
That's a preliminary assessment without the benefit of preliminary investigation and should not be given much weight and attention.
All right. Thank you, Sec.